Okay, here's the front of the building. Bullshit story at the time that she'd choked on a ham sandwich. Good morning from Hyde Park in London. This is the equivalent of Central Park in New York, I guess. I'm going to show you the cursed flats in Mayfair. This is where two celebrities died in the exact same apartment. Cass Elliot of the group Mamas and Papas died there in 1974, and Keith Moon of the Who, the drummer with the Who, died 4 years afterwards in the same flat. But first I went to this little cafe on the edge of the park. This is what I had: orange juice, coffee, strawberries and a lovely vegan sausage roll. Quite expensive though. It was the equivalent of $15 or $16, I'd say. So the autumn now, and the leaves are just starting to change colour. It's going to look very nice here in October. I don't know what that cafe does in the winter because there were no seats inside. Back to the cursed apartments. Cass Elliot died of heart failure, although there was a bullshit story at the time that she'd choked on a ham sandwich. But that was a complete fabrication apparently. And Keith Moon, he obviously had drink and drug problems. He was a very colourful character. He used to, his speciality was blowing up toilet seats in hotels with gunpowder. Okay, here's the front of the building. Just across the road here, and I'll show you the entrance and the actual flat itself on the back. Cass Elliot had rented the apartment from Harry Nilsson, the American singer. She was in London to do a series of concerts over a 2-week period. After her final show on the 28th of July 1974, she called one of her friends in America. It was assumed for a long time that she'd gone to bed after this phone call, but in 2013 Debbie Reynolds made a claim in her book that she'd seen Cass Elliot at a party in Mick Jagger's house the same evening. Cass Elliot passed away during the early hours of the 29th of July. The cause of death was heart failure, and she had passed away in her sleep. Here's the back of the building. I'll just tell you where the flat is located. You see the top left-hand side window? Well, it's not there. There's actually a flat above that. You can see in this picture I've just circled where the living room is. Here's the floor plan of the apartment. It's not particularly big, it's just got one main room, a kitchen, bedroom and a bathroom. Here's a picture I found online showing the balcony from the living room. On the 6th of September 1978, Keith Moon had dinner with Paul McCartney in Covent Garden. This is believed to be the final picture ever taken of Keith Moon alive. He left the restaurant early that evening and got into an argument with his girlfriend once he'd returned to the apartment. In an attempt to calm himself down, he took an accidental overdose of pills which had been prescribed by his doctor. He died that evening in his sleep. You can just about see the bedroom window in this picture. And here's the view from the inside. These quite low quality pictures really, but this is the room where both of them died. Apologies for the Grim Reaper theme in some of my videos. just as I'm here, I'm just going to show you one more place. In Belgravia, just in front of me, Brian Epstein, the manager of the Beatles, died in 1967. The Beatles were actually in Wales when he died, in Bangor. This is Belgravia Square. It's where many of the embassies are located in London. Ours is just up here. It's actually not far from where Judy Garland died. You might have seen that in one of my previous videos. There it is, number 24. I'm not sure exactly which floor he was on, but he was found dead in the morning by his butler. And he was in his pyjamas and had loads of paperwork on his bed. Blame me, this turned out to be a pretty depressing video. Anyway, this is where the Beatles were when Epstein died. They were in Bangor in North Wales. They were staying in this wing here of this building. There's actually footage of them being interviewed by the press on the morning of Epstein's death, just into that doorway in the previous shot. The Beatles had come to Bangor with the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, and they were taught the transcendental meditation technique there. Brian Epstein was actually supposed to meet them on the day that he died. The autopsy found that Epstein had died of an overdose of sleeping pills. It's believed that this was accidental. This actually reminds me of something. There was a fire in the building. Oh, it's about 15 to 20 years ago. And a friend of mine saw news reports of the fire, and he saw them bringing out a piano, smoke damaged piano, and he dragged me there because he was hoping to get the piano on the cheap. Regarding this shot earlier, I thought I was going to get into trouble actually. Even though I'd asked I could film as I was passing, they actually called me back afterwards and asked me why I was filming. Anyway, that's the end of the video, guys. I'm going to try and post every week now, like I mentioned last week. Sorry, this video was rather depressing, but let me know what you think of it. Thanks.